Welcome all cusps to your lunar eclipse full moon in Pisces collective reading. Okay, now this layout that I'm doing, guys, is going to be a massive high vibe upgrade from the standard signs. Okay, this is for you, uniquely just for you. Okay, so let's get in here. At the end of the video, after the 8 or 9 minutes, we'll see what it is. I will do your individual cusp sign and send them to you directly. That way there's no timestamps. Okay, let's get in here. Going straight into the energy of this full moon in Pisces is bringing in this deep healing, emotional release, vivid dreams, and spiritual closures. Okay, it's going to ask you to let go of old burdens, trust your inner voice, and flow with the major endings. Okay, so you can have this beautiful new beginning. Okay, so let's get in here. Using a numerology card first. Oh, come on. Cusp. Nice. There we go. And we've got expect powerful change, new moon in the eclipse. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's grab another one and see how they're going to work together over here. I mean, this is the absolute validation that we are dealing with a lunar eclipse. Okay, let's see what we got here. The healing card coming out is reawaken. That's crazy because that's what the original collective got as well. Okay, reawakening to the new beginnings. Hey, same as the other. Well, you can't deny what's really going on during this lunar eclipse. It is definitely doing that. It says, wait, we're doing this though. Okay, guys, let's go. And then we'll see what's going on. We have the Emerald Tablet activation, cosmic ordering, divine alchemy, conscious manifesting. So far, let's just look at this for just a second before we grab another healing card. We have this ultimate new moon eclipse, right? That's hitting this reset button. It's saying we're going to close out the old. We're going to make new. So expect the new beginnings with this new reawakening of yourself, from your old self to your new self. For you, Cups, there's parts of your dual nature that were dormant or fighting each other, and now they're like reawakening. Universe is adjusting your life path to match your true potentials using both energies. Which is going to bring you into the more abundant you. Interesting. Okay, let's go. I want to see this really fast. Using another healing card under the reawakening. I will have the link to the guided meditation for you, okay, in the description area. And if you guys are interested in a personalized guided meditation, that's also in the description area right under the personal tarot readings area. Okay, if you guys are looking for that, everything is in the description area. But let's look and see. We got intentions, setting your intentions. This is a very powerful time of manifestation for you guys. So the Emerald Tablet over here is pretty much holding the secret of transformation. As above, so below, right? The same as like the Magician card. Because it's the divine alchemy. It's saying it's time for you to step into you being the divine alchemist. For you hold all the keys and tools within yourself. So this activation means the cosmic blueprint of your life is being rewritten. Let's get a tarot card underneath that. Expect a powerful change. The card coming out for you is the Star card. Ooh, okay. Wow, below it is the World. Walking into a new world. The completion, once again. Okay. So the Star card over here is talking about the healing, the faith, the purpose, renewal, spirituality, right? This is where the fortune and good omen come from. Through healing, there's rejuvenation. Through faith, there's manifesting. Having the overall faith within the universe and within yourself. Working as a co-creator with the universe. Knowing that you have the power to change your destiny. It was given to you through the universe, and then you guys work hand in hand. But you have to have the faith to do so. As your prayers will be answered with the intentions. Wow. I mean, this change brings absolute divine protection, profound healing, wish fulfillment. I mean, this is a unique blended magic here. There's no room for confusion, guys. This is your guiding light. This portal is opening up and thinning the veil so that way you can get your manifestations done, your prayers answered, getting them out there, feeling like you're actually really doing something more powerful, because the portals are more powerful, right? They're for manifesting, they have like ×5, ×3, right? So just knowing that things are working behind the scenes quicker for you. It's not that the universe never heard your answers or your manifestations before. It's just that things are accelerated. The power is accelerated at these times. But they want you to understand that. But there's also this feeling of, but they've never gone unheard before. But now we can really push through that veil and really get things done at quicker speed. Okay. Especially during this eclipse season with this Lion's Gate. Even though the Lion's Gate is closed, didn't mean that, you know, the energy still isn't running. Still runs. Just means the portal's closed, but it didn't mean that because it's closed and you didn't get your manifestations from the Lion's Gate doesn't mean that they're still not behind the scenes working. It just means just that. It's behind the scenes working. So you have the intentions over here and you have the Death card. Wow, that's powerful. Wow, guys. Oh my gosh. Well, we're going to knock this one out of the water. The intentions clarified by the Death card. You can't enter this new portal carrying the old weight of yesterday. You have to reawaken to who you are today and what you want to become, knowing that you can become so much more than what you're doing now. It doesn't just stop. It's letting go of yesterday's pain. Tomorrow has nothing to do with what happens today. It does if you stay on that same path. But if you choose to make your intentions strong to change your path, to permanently put an ending to that old identity, an old toxic habit, the past versions of you. You don't want to bring the past versions of you into tomorrow. Absolutely not. Let them go. Let yourself transform. You're intentionally letting go of the old you. Let it die out so you can master what it is you want to step forward into. The better version of yourself. The wealthier you. And wealth comes in all the pillars. Love, money, health, happiness. Yes. Bottom of the deck there, you have control. You control your destiny. There's nothing here that says that your life is fated. No, if it was fated, you wouldn't have free will. I mean, that's just, there's only certain things that are fated in your life. Certain meetings. Certain things. Your parents. Where you were born. When you're going to die. Those things are all fated. But, right, it says the energy is gaining momentum. Absolutely. You're stepping through the fog as a master of both worlds. The master of reality and the master of what you want to become your reality. And that's exactly what this lunar eclipse is doing for you, my friends. Okay. That is gorgeous. And now getting into each of your signs. Okay, Taurus, Gemini. Using the Art of Manifestation cards, let's see what's going on during this lunar eclipse. And one more. Ooh, right there. Walk away from the situation. When we face a challenging or unhealthy situation, it can be hard to let go and move on. Sometimes we stay in the hope that someone else will change, or perhaps we are fearful of the unknown, that we remain in the safety of the known and yet toxic situation. This card validates your entitlement to leave. This is definitely blending the struggles between the Taurus desire to stay comfortable and that Gemini urge to constantly explore, right? So I just feel like under this Pisces eclipse, guys, the universe is giving you this definitive answer on what you need to leave behind. You're being asked to leave this situation, a mindset, or an environment that you have been completely outgrown. I mean, you have completely outgrown this. This Pisces energy is washing away that guilt of leaving. It is time to turn your back on this old chapter so that you can reawaken where you need to be in the hope and the calm and for your own purpose, right? This is no longer your purpose. Your purpose is done. You've learned what you need to learn, and now you need to continue forward on your life's journey. So let's see what we have here. The internal shift coming through is the Six of Cups. Wow. I mean, this hits right at your emotional core. This deals with that nostalgia, the past, childhood memories, old flames. But it's saying you're shifting away from looking at the past through these rose-colored glasses, my friends. You're processing these old emotions and old emotional attachments. Healing the inner child wounds. Realizing that you can't build a future in a place that only exists in your memories. As I said in the very beginning of the collective core piece of this whole reading, was what we are finding a place. We're walking into our future self. We're listening to what our higher self has to say as we're reawakening, right, into our true intentions. Manifesting, praying for what we really want. What our legacy really holds. The star card's about legacy, life purpose, healing those wounds. Life gives us wounds, but life has a purpose, even when we don't know what the purpose is. But it says you have outgrown this. It's time to heal. It's time to let go, because the past right, can no longer serve for the purpose of your future, right? Past, let go, future of tomorrow. So, you know, when we do that, then it's saying we have new ideas, new things coming towards you, right? Things that hold a new purpose. Reminding you that you do not have to live in yesterday's sorrows, wounds, pains. We walk right out of them. Those are just stepping stones. You don't have to stay on that stone. There's stones ahead of you, paths ahead of you. How you're going to execute this is through the Queen of Swords, some of your own energy of coming out as this beautiful Gemini energy. You're executing this departure with absolute razor sharp clarity. She knows where she's going. She lays down the boundaries in the sand and says, you will not continue this way. She clears the fog and anything that holds her back with her sword above her head to make sure that the sun can come through and that nothing is cloudy. She doesn't play games and she doesn't look back at the past. So it's saying you are going to take on this Queen of Swords energy. Yeah. Setting these ironclad boundaries, guys. I mean, ironclad, right? I mean, you cannot get through this. This is a fortress. Why? Why? Because she's speaking her ultimate truth. You're living in your ultimate truth, knowing that ultimate truth, that this cannot, right, continue. So you're cutting the cords that bind you to the past. Spirit says it's time. Use that logical and emotionalness within you and detach from anything that keeps you holding on to what doesn't serve you. Wow, that's powerful. You know, I love it because it says the Queen of Swords to the Six of Cups. If you look at this just together just for a second, it says the moment that you cut those ties and officially walk away, you step directly into the spotlight of victory. Because what you're reclaiming as success. You're reclaiming that courage to leave what no longer serves you. And you're instantly kind of catapulted, right, into this position where you're seen, celebrated, and having these victories. With the Six of Cups, right? So let's see what we have next. She's a queen. She wants to be seen. Not the way a Queen of Wands does, but still within this time of being prosperous. Seeing your prosperities. The Empress. Yeah. Definitely celebrated, victorious. This massive abundance that's coming towards you. Stabilizing yourself, using that Taurian energy that you have now with the Empress. The Empress. Now look, the Empress is Taurus, and that's Gemini. You are now stabilized, using both energies that you were born with, stabilized instead of imbalanced. It says it's time to stabilize these. Make them work. You could be so powerful when you're using both energies that are actually magneting, like a magnet to itself. They're magnetizing. That's the word I was looking for, guys. Magnetizing themselves together. Not one pulling you in one direction as one wants to stay strong, but literally working together. Because that's what the lunar eclipse wants you to see. That's what it wants you to do. So that way you can become the alchemist. You can manifest from this more powerful place within yourself. Yeah. That's where the power comes from. Wow. That is true victory. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.